All right, what's up, guys? AW here, live, man, live here, guys. Welcome to my channel for your new and current subscribers. It's a channel for your pop culture stuff. Welcome to my channel, guys. Hope you're having a good Tuesday night. Yeah, Tuesday night. I know some of you probably watching Andor. I'm not watching Andor yet. I'm gonna watch Andor probably the end of the stream. After the stream, but I gotta get the stream out of the way first. Okay. I gotta get the stream out of the way first. Then I'll watch Andor. Welcome to my channel, guys. I hope you're all doing good. I hope really you're all doing good. Check out my videos if you can. And if you're new here and check out my videos or the stream for the first time and you see what you like, feel free to subscribe. And if you're not new here and you're a current subscriber, smash the like button down below, please. Also, memberships are down below. If you want to become a member of my channel, it's just down below. The join button's down there. It's not overly expensive. There's 2 tiers. The second tier is not that expensive at all. So welcome. If you decide to join membership, welcome. Always appreciate more people to join membership and more join my channel. Always could use more viewers and such. Thank you, guys. I hope to see the chat start popping soon for this stream. I invited my friend Blinded here. Blinded says he'll come on. We're going to talk The Last of Us. We're going to talk Last of Us episode 1 and 2. Look, okay, Blinded has not seen the first 2 episodes of season 2 of Last of Us, but he's played the game. Okay, he's played the game, so he knows what's going on. Okay, he'll be on whenever he can. I sent an invite. Okay, so I sent him an invitation to come on. So he'll come on when he can. Okay, and I hope some of you hope to the chat start popping. Okay, because yes, this is about The Last of Us season 2, episode 1 and 2 spoiler review. Okay, this is gonna be spoilers. If you play the game, if you haven't watched the show, it's pretty much you pretty much know what happens. If you haven't seen the episodes and you haven't played the game and you don't want to be spoiled, yeah, maybe you shouldn't watch this at all. But we're gonna talk about this, okay? Okay, we'll get out of the way. Yeah, Joel, Patrick Pascal's character, that dead in the second episode. Dies in the second episode. Killed in the second episode by Abby. Yes. That's it's one of the most shocking kills of TV entertainment right now. Well, it's not shocking if you play the game, but to see it on screen, it's definitely caught the people that didn't play the game. They were shocked. I know that people who didn't play the game or knew nothing about the second game, who watched the first season but knew nothing about the second game or played the game at all, they probably were surprised, shocked that they decided to kill off Pedro Pascal's character Joel in the second episode. But here's the thing. Joel will be back. Pedro Pascal, that's not his last time he's going to be on the show. He'll be back. There are flashbacks. You see some of the flashbacks in the trailer, and there's flashbacks in the second game. You'll see him in flashbacks. Joel is that's not his last scene. That's not his last time you'll see him. Pedro Pascal, that's not the last time you'll see him as Joel, okay? Yeah, that time period, in that time of the show, he's dead. But you'll see him in flashbacks throughout the years between the first and second game, because you have to understand there's a bit of a time jump, bit of a time gap between the first and second year. In the game, it's reportedly 5 years, okay? 5 years between the first and second game, okay? And I think it's the same in the show. Okay? So for all you people that's shitting on the idea, why are you killing the main star in the second episode? Now the ratings for the show are gonna drop. No. The guy will be back. The guy Joel will be back. Pedro Pascal is not done. There's flashbacks. Don't worry, you'll see him in flashbacks. He's not done as in the show. There's gonna be flashbacks, and don't be surprised if he's in the third season either. Okay, because the second season is and the third season it's gonna a drone one. Oh, that's a golf joke. Oh, I know why you said that, ironic, Rich. But second and third season is going to be based on the second game, so they're going to stretch out as much as they can do with season 2 and 3. You're not going to get everything from the game in season 2 because, like I said, they got to stretch it out to tune the second and third season. And if they are going to do a fourth season, I don't know if they're going to greenlight a fourth season. They might have to stretch out the second game into 3 seasons. And because there's really no game, there's really no third game, right? There really is no third game. There's only the first and second game. So if they're going to do a fourth season, they might be forced to stretch out the second game into 3 seasons, which might be hard to do. I can understand doing it in 2 seasons. Stretching out the second game into 2 seasons. You could do about a certain amount of the second game and one in the second season, and then finish in the third season. If they do a fourth season, stretch out just one game to 3 seasons, it's gonna be like I don't know, probably like 30% of the second game, and another 30% of the for season 3. Then season 4 could be like 30%, 33%, 99%, whatever. 33 plus 33 plus 33. I mean, I'm just dividing it how they can do one game into 3 seasons. Just divided to 30. They can do 33% of the first, second, and third game. But I don't know how they could do 4 seasons. I know they're doing 2 and 3. That's based on the second game. And here's Red, my favorite YouTuber. All right, a hole in one. That's actually pretty funny. This is because he got beat with a golf club. That's the joke. He got beat with a golf club. Okay. So we got introduced, right? We got introduced to new characters. If you have played the second game, you know what I'm talking about. We got introduced to new characters in the show. I'm gonna try to talk to people that haven't played the game or played the game. People who play the game know what I'm talking about. The people that haven't played the game, I'll do my best of my knowledge. Blinded, I think will come on. He has more knowledge than me, but I'm gonna do the best as I can. So we got introduced to new characters right at the beginning. The beginning of the show, the season, we did not start off with Joel and Ellie. We started off with Abby and the militia, the Firefly. Well, the militia, she's part of young with her crew, right? Her crew with right, and they buried they buried obviously family members. She buried her father, and I assume obviously the other people that were with her buried relatives too, and with crosses on top, like wooden crosses made out of wood. Why? Well, why did those people they buried? They were involved in the last episode of Last of Us season one, right? When Joel went to save Ellie from being operated on, taking her blood because she's immune to from the virus that's going around. But she just goes in cold blood, killing people. It's the doctor who's performing the surgery. He just shoots in cold blood in the head, and that doctor is the father of Abby, and she wants revenge, and they want revenge. They just want revenge on Joel. They just want to kill Joel, but they really don't. That's it. That's their whole thing. They don't. They're not. They want to find Joel. They're not there. They just want to kill Joel, get revenge, and that's it. They're not there to cause chaos, craziness, take over, or mass murder anybody. All right, or anything like that. They just want Joel dead for what he's done, because he killed a lot of people in that massacre, in that at the at the end of season one in the first video game. Okay, that was okay. To save Ellie. Then we get to the beginning of it. And now in this is it's in this Ellie. So 5 years later, Ellie and Joel's relationship is a little strained. It's strained. They're not talking to each other. She's mad at Joel for something that we don't know, but I think we know. I think I if you play the game you'll know, and I think I know based on the game too. Okay, but it wasn't explained why in the first or second episode why Ellie's mad at Joel and why they're not talking. Okay, obviously Tommy is married. Joel's brother Tommy is married with a kid with a child. So Joel's an uncle. They have a friend now. Ellie has a new friend named Dina. Dina. Dina is her friend. Now she has a new friend in Dina. Okay, local trash. She's played by Isabel Merced. You'll see her again. You'll see the actress play Dina the actress again. You'll see her in Superman very couple months. So people playing Hawk Girl. Okay. Okay. So you have Dina there. Okay. Now, okay, and it's a very strained relationship between Joel and Ellie. They're not, yeah, it's obvious why she's mad at Joel. I know why. But people who haven't played the game probably not figure it out. And they might have forgot from the first season because the first season is 2 years ago. People might have forgotten it. Okay? And Ellie is, man, she's a potty mouth. Ellie is like, she just talks back to you. She's disrespectful. She's a potty mouth. Sometimes, like, shut up, Brad. She's like, Ellie, like, she just, like, she has an attitude, okay? Hey, 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 Degrassi. Ellie has an attitude. Sometimes she just, like, I know she's 19 years old now, right? She's 19 years old. Sometimes she just want to smack Ellie, okay? Like, oh my god, this young teenager, okay? That's right. I mean, like, she's and like she's she has an attitude. I think it's because he lied to her, right? He lied to her at the end of the season one in the first game. He lied to her about what the Fireflies wanted to do, right? And she found that out, right? She had the cure, right? She had the cure for the virus, right? Her blood could have been the cure, and probably she was willing. Maybe she was willing to sacrifice herself for that sacrifice so she could save humanity. And Joel took that away from her. Joel got selfish. Selfish. Joel got selfish, right? Because he started to get close. He got close to Ellie and see as her daughter, and he didn't want to see his not his adopted daughter. He didn't want. He started to get close. And he didn't want to see his adopted daughter die because he saw his birth daughter right in the beginning of the game and the first episode. His birth daughter died, shot to death. He didn't want to lose. He didn't want to lose a daughter again because obviously throughout season one, she replaced. She basically replaced his daughter, and he didn't want to lose it. He got selfish. Like Joel is particularly not a good guy, as my friend Blinder would say. But he's not a bad guy. Like he's a good guy that's done bad things. Yeah, I don't think so, Degrassi. The third season will be in 2 years. I don't think so, man. Degrassi, they would have to announce a game this year, man. Yeah, this ain't happening. It ain't happening, man. They're not gonna announce a game. They have to announce a game like right now. Like right now. Okay. And we got dance with Catherine Harris character. Now she doesn't like Joel because it came out that Joel killed her husband. But yeah, also we got it's like I said, Tommy. We got some new characters like Jesse, someone who's Jesse is Jesse is well, if you don't know the game, if you haven't watched played the game, but if you well, the first of them, if Jesse is well, if you're watching this and you haven't played the game, I'm gonna spoil this. Jesse and Dina have a relationship, and yes, Dina does kiss Ellie. Dina is not a lesbian. She's actually bisexual. Okay, she's actually bi. And in the game, she gets pregnant with Jesse's kid. But Jesse doesn't get to see the birth of her of his son or child, his child, because well, he dies. He's dead. He dies. He gets brutally killed. But yeah, so like Dina, like if you're thinking Dina is a lesbian, if you don't know, if you haven't played the game, she's not a lesbian. She's bi. She's bisexual. Okay. Ellie is a lesbian, but Dina is bisexual. And Jesse, the guy you see with Ellie, and they go Ellie and she's kind of like you see the beginning Ellie training, right? Training combat, and Jesse's the one watching, right? That's Jesse. So yeah, so they're back in that town in Colorado, Boulder. I think it's Boulder, right? Boulder, Colorado, right? And you know that she's upset about patrol positions, like what she's assigned to, right? What she's assigned to, and you can see the town is a very um town, right? You have a big gate, obviously, because you can't let a horde of infected just come rampaging in with no protection. Even though in the second episode they manage to get into the town. Okay, based on the ending of the second game, I don't know if they could do a third game. I'm sorry, Degrash. It's gonna come up. I have to like. It's not many leaks. Okay. I don't know. I'm trying. Like it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Like most of my viewers have probably played the game. Trying to. Okay. Now everybody like. All right. And so in the first episode, Dina is Eddie's best friend, but there's some sort of attraction to each other. Okay. As you know, they were dancing in the barn, right? In the barn, they were dancing and they got close and they kissed. And yeah, that guy was drunk and called them ah, called them yeah, he called them the D word for lesbians. Let's just say that. You know what word I'm saying. You know what word I'm talking about. And Joel just bum rushed that guy. Just bum rush that guy. All right. Basically, the first episode, but at the end of the episode, you start seeing Abby and the others. They're getting closer to Boulder, and they're staying at like a lodge, kind of. As close to the city. They didn't expect that Joel will be living in a town. A town. They expect a small community, but not a town. Not something like that. Didn't expect. And obviously, it's going to be a lot harder to go after Joel with the whole town with the whole town there, right? How do you get bypass everybody, right? They had nobody no plan for that. They didn't expect that. They're really not trained well. Okay, they're young. You can tell they're very young and not trained well. Yeah, well, she's not jacked in this show. I know some people are gonna be upset that she doesn't have any. Abby has no muscle. She has no muscle. Yeah, well, she doesn't have any muscle in the show. They didn't. They didn't. There's no. You can tell she put on no muscle for it. She probably worked more on her cardio than strength for this show. For this show, I think this show I think shows like this require more of you to work on cardio than strength. Honestly, but yeah, she's definitely she did not put up any muscle on this show. No actress looks like Game Abby. Um, you can find some. You can find some. My God. Oh, by the way, like she's much older. Caitlin Dever is much older than Bella Ramsey. No, how much older she is? No, she is older than Bella Ramsey. That's true. Bella is well. How old is Bella? Bella's 21. She's not. Well, she's 7 years older. Okay. Exactly, Degrassi. Exactly. And if you saw the episode, it doesn't really require her to have muscle. The episode was focused more on cardio. Okay. What's up, Cyrus? But people are gonna be upset that she didn't put in a muscle. Okay. She she still beat the living shit out of Joel at the end and killed him. Muscle or no muscle, she shot him in the leg and then beat the crap out of him with a golf club and then finally ended him with the pole into the neck. And finally put him out of his misery. Yeah, The Last of Us spoiler talk, episode 1 and 2. So like, so who? Yeah, so yeah, and like, Deborah is by. But it doesn't matter. I don't. I think her character is also a lesbian, though. Isn't her character a lesbian, Abby? Okay, but throughout episode 2, oh my god, this has become a sausage fest in my chat. Oh, guess of Owen. Okay, this has become a sausage fest in my chat. First red and then sideways. Oh yeah. Oh my god, the sausage fest in my chat. Okay. Now the episode 2. I mean, I talked about episode 2 already, but I'm gonna talk more about episode 2. Right? Episode 2 was interesting because Dina and Joel were on patrol. Right? We're already on patrol, and right, and yeah, yeah, Degrassi, right? And Jesse and not Bella. Not the actress. Jesse and Eddie and Ellie went on patrol, right? At the same time, Ellie, and at the same time after. Now, I I believe in the game. If I'm correct, I believe in the game. Top, well, also at the same time, you remember in the there's it seems there's spores, right? Every season they spores, and there were spores in the managed to get through into the town, right? Was it spores? Yeah, I call them spores. Something we didn't really see in the season 1, and it was blizzard. There was a blizzard out there, right? There was a very bad blizzard out there too, out there, and the horde of zombies during a blizzard. Double whammy. Ellie, Ellie with her crew. They told her to stay. They told her to stay because they had to come up with a plan. They were gonna wait the blizzard out. And as Ellie was talking, they started to get a little worried, right? They started to get a little worried, like she's falling. She's starting to. It's becoming more. I mean, it's kind of personal, but she's becoming more like down the road to more like psychopathic, sociopathic, right? They just want Joel dead to kill Joel and that's it, and not hurt anybody else in the process. They just want Joel dead. But her, it's coming to a point where they start seeing tendencies in her that they don't like. Okay. Yeah, yeah. And Tommy was supposed to, like in the game. Tommy sees Joel dies. Joel dies. Not in the show. I think. They did change up some of it. But I mean, they do that. You know, it did not. You're right, Degrassi. It did not detract from the story at all. It didn't really change it at all much of all. Really, they got what they needed to get out of it. Right? They got that. They got to the point where Joel death, which is affect Ellie in the future, and all the and how she's gonna want to get revenge against Abby and all that. I mean, it doesn't really change the story at all. Right? It's they're gonna go search for Abby and her people and the crew, right? And her crew after, and it's episode 3, 4, and 5, whatever. I don't know. It's 9 episodes, 8 or 9 episodes. Yeah, and I like Tommy how he had to do the. I like how they did Tommy. Tommy was good at setting up the defense to protect the town from the horde of zombies. In the game, Tommy is not there. He's actually with Joel, where he gets. Joel, he's there witnessing his brother's death. Okay. Okay. Well, oh, because ironic Ridge. Because in episode 3, if you said, I don't know if you saw the teaser for episode 3. It's about them. It's about the town talking about what just happened, and Tommy's. They're gonna tell Tommy's gonna. They're also gonna tell Tommy what happened. That's why. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, that's the difference here because at the end of this episode, you see Jesse. When you see Jesse and Ellie and Dina ride back to the town, dragging Joel's dead body in a I was not in a bag, kind of like in a sleeping bag, right? You see Jesse there. Yeah, Dina will tell him yes, like, and he still very well could. And Tommy could still very well could in this show kill some of his crew, kill some of Abby's crew, friends. Yeah, I still think that will happen. I still think that will happen. No, 56K. I think that'll still happen. That can still happen. Good question. Good question, man. Good question. Good question. Yeah, that's a good question. Uh, yeah, because Dina, they might. What? Here's the thing. What happens? Because here's what I think would happen. Ironic Ridge. Tommy is going to travel with Abby and maybe Dina to find them. And maybe once they get across some of Abby's friends, Dina and Ellie will tell him, "Yeah, that's them. And that's how we know. And that's how Tommy will figure out. They'll point to Dina and Ellie will uh, point Abby's crew out. Maybe that's what happened. Oh my god, he'll find out. And who is Danny Ramirez? I know Danny Ramirez's character in Last of Us. What's this? Plays Manny. Yeah, Danny Ramirez's character. Yeah, so yeah. Tommy's gonna go through some shit. Danny Ramirez's character yeah, Danny Ramirez. He's uh he's in Avengers Doomsday. Right? Manny. So Maria Falcon is Manny. Yeah. And he kicks down and out Ellie, where Ellie gets to watch Abby finally put Joel out of his misery. I like no. Tell me about this Night Falcon. Okay, I like I like Abby here after shooting Joel with a shotgun in the kneecap, and then she goes on like a psychopath or a sociopath would talk, talk, okay? Because she's describing what he did, what Joel did, that was his father, all that, where she did to her father, that he did to her father. You see tears, but she's starting to fall. She's going down the dark path into sociopathy. That she's losing her mind, and you see some of her friends. Yeah, her changed definitely. You see some of her friends were getting really concerned. They were seeing a change in her. Like they were not seeing a friend anymore. They were seeing something different with her, and they were still loyal, but you can see in their eyes, like in their face, most of them at least, even the leader, because Abby wasn't the leader. Okay, Abby was not the leader of the group. Okay, even he got concerned. He's just like Abby, just finish him off already. Okay, because he even saw what happened to Abby, and they did not like. They were not. They did not like what's happening with Abby. They saw a change in her, like demeanor, attitude, personality, and they weren't right. They okay. They weren't there to cause any trouble. They weren't there to take down to kill anybody in the town. They didn't weren't there to kill Dina. They just knocked her out with a sleeping the needle. The knocked her out the needle because they were not there to kill her. Right? They're not killed there when Ellie. They were not there to kill her. They just took her down. Right? Yeah, yeah. Torturing is killing. And torturing is totally different thing. Yeah, torturing is where it changes a person. Killing, not always. Okay, you're seeing it with Abby here. Okay, like, and you're gonna see it with Ellie. With Ellie in this season, Ellie is not gonna be. Well, she never was really nice, right? She was always had a dark side. She always talked back, right? All right, blinded. Blinded. There's some changes, okay, in this show that that you may not know about Blinded, okay, or you may know about. Exactly, Degrassi, yeah. But now Eddie is gonna go on a dark path and go for revenge, right? It's a cycle, right? Revenge, an eye for an eye. The killing will never stop. It's a cycle, right? It goes on and on. I'm always wrong. Facts. On and on, right? And obviously, that's the plan. That's gonna be the plan going forward. But Pedro Pascal just sold it well, like the death and the torture scene. Torture scene. Well, there's some changes blinded. I'm gonna describe it to you. I don't think you care really, but okay. But and there's some okay. Watch it blinded. No, blinded is good. It's gonna watch it all at once. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. It makes me watching Ellie's attitude in this season. I know, I know we're supposed to feel for her in the watching Joel die, but she kind of makes me want to not like. She kind of makes me. I kind of feel more sympathetic towards Abby in episode 2 than Eddie, because Eddie makes me want to like just slap her sometimes with her attitude. I know I'm not advocating for violence here, but like, and she's a woman obviously, and she's an older woman, but like she needs an attitude check. And like I know Abby is going down the dark road with the torture scene, and eventually, but like you could feel for Abby at least, right? You could sympathize with Ellie, right? You could sympathize with Abby, yeah, right? With Abby's as a cause, is she's like like Ellie is make. Do you really? Does Ellie make me want to? Does Ellie make me like? I like. This is just Ellie. Like she makes me just. She makes me want to just say, yell at her, shut up! You all you do is talk back to people. Do you have any fucking respect? Like, like Abby makes me feel like Abby is the real good guy here. No, you're right. She still feels like that, right? The only difference is she's 5 years older at 56K. Now we can like actually, she's an adult now, right? Yeah. Oh my god, like you could. It's like um, I think so. Yeah. Well, they might change it. You probably won't see Abby. Maybe you'll see Abby in the not the next few episodes. But honestly, I felt more for Abby, even though she's going down that dark path than Ellie. This Ellie just makes me like. I know she hasn't changed from the first season, the first game. It's just that you would think 5 years later she would mature a bit and grow up. I know she's always strong-willed and always like to talk back. I always want things to get her way, but like learn some fucking respect. Okay, okay, like. And I look, like RoboCop face. Yeah, so they have to go to Seattle, right? That's where the Fireflies are holding up in Seattle, right? That's where they come from, Seattle. That's probably gonna head in the next few episodes. They're gonna go up to find them in Seattle, right? They go up to Seattle, right? Like the one person I feel bad for is Dina. I feel bad for Dina because I feel like Dina is truly the one good person in this show. Okay, like she's like the most pure, innocent form person here. Okay. Oh, blinded. Yeah, blinded. They did do some changes in episode 2. Like the Joel scenes, the Joel's death scene is the same, but they did do some changes. Some in that
Yeah,
scene
I
though.
know some of the changes. I haven't really watched the show, so I was trying to watch Andor, but I got
How,
interrupted by something else.
how many minutes is Andor episodes? That's why I didn't do
It's
it.
3 episodes long.
How long are the episodes?
Oh, I didn't check. I thought the first episode was like 40 minutes or something.
I don't
I
know
didn't
why
really
they.
check.
I don't know why they're doing 3 episodes. Is there like
It's
they have
three
something?
episodes is a year. I think
I
every every other 3 episodes or 3 episodes is 1 year, and then the next
I
3 episodes is another year. So
I
there 4
understand.
years in total.
I understand why Daredevil did like a 2 episode in the middle because they wanted to get it done before Andor. But what's Andor's excuse? Like, what's coming up after? I mean, did Ironheart? Is that it?
Because it's probably pacing reasons. Maybe they don't want to release it week to week. They want to give because like
Did-
three three um 3 episodes is like
Maybe.
entire mini arc. So
Oh, okay. I thought it'd be like, oh, because it wouldn't end it before Ironheart debuts, which is like in 2 months anyway. I don't
yeah,
know.
I mean they probably want that too because it would
Ironheart's gonna be
overlap.
shit. But I'm excited for Thunderbolts, but not Ironheart. I think Ironheart's gonna be shit.
But yeah,
But yeah, you know the changes. So what changes have you?
I know they change. Well, I mean some of the changes I guess kind of make some sense. Like
They didn't change the
people
story
people
really.
complained about in the game Tommy. basically tells Abby who they are, and they people always complain about that because it never really made any sense. Like, why would Tommy say that? But so they were changed that with with Dana. I guess that makes more sense. I mean, she's supposed to be like, you know, like 19 too, right? So she's
Yeah.
not all the brightest, I guess you could say. And I don't. So I guess that's not that bad of a change. I have. Well, we never talked about the first episode. They did a big change in the first scene, which was they just revealed Abby's motivations. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure they did that because I don't think we're gonna see Abby again for the rest of the season because that's how it was in the
Oh,
game.
because we discussed this. How I mean, we discussed probably with Discord how they can do stretch one game to 2 seasons.
Yeah, I think they're going to really stretch it out. I'm like, because I still think it's gonna end at the theater, but I don't really know. This episode or this season's only 7 episodes.
Oh, 7 episodes. Okay.
Yeah. So it could maybe not end at the theater or it could be chronological. That's another thing too that
Well,
I think they might change because I don't really see them wanting to repeat things in different seasons. Like I think that would be too confusing.
here's the thing too. Like, there's some people that probably haven't played the games. They're upset they killed off their main star, Patrick Pascal. I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, Joel could still be in it. He's still in it. There's flashbacks.
Well, at a certain point, he can't really be in it
Yeah,
unless they add new things, obviously. This is like like the major flashback. I think it's this season.
yeah. Because I'm pretty sure in the trailer they showed some of his character that's not in the first
Yeah.
2 episodes. Because I
Yeah.
remember. So yeah, like, guys,
Well,
relax.
the stuff they've shown is a flashback.
Yeah, it's flashback. It's the it's the reason. Like, the trailer where he says you lied to me when she said you lied to me. That's a flashback scene.
Yeah, that's a flashback too. Yes. Yeah, there's
And
also that scene too.
we know because she Abby finds not Abby. Ellie finds out at the end of the first game or season one the truth.
Well, I do wonder how she's gonna find out because
Yeah,
when she says that to him in the trailer, they were outside of Jackson. Unless I don't know, there's
yeah.
some CGI trickery going on. Um, and they're in a different location, but they swapped out the background. But I mean, yeah, in the game, Ellie goes back to the Firefly's
Where
base,
where
and
the
then
she was getting operated on.
yeah, and then she sees that yeah, everybody's dead and stuff. So I
Yeah, she
mean,
learns the truth.
yeah, I mean, we'll see. I guess. I mean, like I said, I didn't watch the second episode, but I still don't really like the change of Abby. Like, I understand for casting reasons, having someone who's like 5'2" try to put on muscle
Oh no,
in a short amount of time, it's probably not. I'm
oh,
sure
she
for a
is
guy,
scary as
it's
hell.
more. Yeah, but that's not really the point. One of the part that really bothers me is like for the longest time we always had to fucking defend the fact that Abby was muscular because people would say it was not physically possible. It was weird. It had nothing to the story, but yeah, it did. And Neil Druckmann, um, when the game first came out, said that it did. And if you play the game, there's many like sequences where that's crucial to the story of her being extremely muscular. That's part of her character. So um and it was different, right? I mean, and they Naughty Dog clearly is doing that again because it's like people complained about their new game and the character being bald, which I'm sure is going to be some significance to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Um so So yeah, I don't really like that change. Like it's just a personal thing, but I really am not a fan of that change. And there's gonna be a lot of moments that are gonna look not as exciting when they do it. In fact, it's gonna be really weird when they do it. Like again, I mean I don't know if people have played the game, but there's a moment at the ending of the game that is supposed to be a big reveal about Abby, and the condition that she was in. You can't really it's not gonna be as impactful, right? Unless she's like I don't know, like to make her even look even weaker or like distraught or whatever. I don't know about that. The actress playing Abby made a thermal sure badass. Nah, she looks skinny as hell. I mean, she's like 5'2", right? So
Well, the thing is, she
again,
shot.
I didn't see it, but someone, if you describe to me someone who's 5'2", and I've seen pictures of her, she like I don't really, I'm not really seeing it, but again, I haven't watched it. I've only seen
I
a
think
screenshot of what she looks like.
it was more of her person. It was more of her.
Yeah, they use that. They use that in the interview. They're like, the reason why we didn't do it is because of gameplay reasons, and I'm like, that's a
Gameplay
that.
reasons.
Yeah, they said the only reason why Abby's Jack is for gameplay reasons, which yes, that is true, but that's also part of the
Because
story. Like it was supposed to be a reflection of
I
how
think
obsessed she was to take
I
down Joel.
think I think they want to focus more on her descent into like I wouldn't say madness, but like the vengeance to where it loses herself because she was
Yeah,
already at a fight.
that's the again, her being jacked is what you're saying. That's why she's
Mhm.
jacked. That's my point, right? Like again, they we're not super far into the show for you to really see how she is jacked. Like, have you played The Last of Us 2?
Not a long time,
Just
not like
out of
just 5 years ago.
because it's like
Remember?
the her sequences are all so I mean one. So this is my guess, right? My guess is probably season three. Maybe we'll focus on Abby and we'll see Lev and stuff like that because I don't think Lev has been cast. And we
No.
and Ellie only meets Lev at the ending of the game. I'm pretty sure she only meets Lev at the ending of the game. Um, because all of that was with Abby. So but yeah, I don't know. It would be like in my personal opinion, like there's certain things where I don't mind if there's a change, but it would kind of be like this is what it would be like, right? It would be like, hey, we're going to change um I'm trying to think of a character where this would work. We're going to change Captain America from just he doesn't become like a super jacked soldier. He just becomes like a regular guy after who could do cool things. It's like you're kind of losing a good chunk of the character if you were to do that. Like, yeah, okay, it's still like the framing of the same story, but it's like I don't know, you're losing a visual element to the character that I feel like was actually cool and unique, right? So that's how I feel. We don't
Hmm.
really get a lot of jacked women, and to have it be a story reason for why she's like that, it was interesting. Like people hated on that character, and I'm sure people are gonna hate the character with the show now too, right? Like one dude I was watching his review and he's like, "I knew it was coming, and now I'm gonna not watch it." And I'm like, "You knew it was
Question, guys.
coming, but yet you
Um,
still watched."
One of the
Stupid.
actresses in the part with Abby Firefly wasn't she in the Runaways also? Like
Who?
the actress who played Mel. I think she's in Runaways. I think she
Hmm.
plays. I think she plays because I recognize her. Oh, Gertrude. But yeah,
No,
like
I don't recognize her. I didn't even know that was Mel, but
I didn't know. I didn't know that guy was. I didn't know Daniel Ramirez was in it. I didn't know Falcon was in it. I didn't know it was him.
yeah, that too. I didn't know. He's playing
The
Manny, right?
only one I would truly
Oh,
recognize.
he's gonna have a brutal fucking ending. That's gonna be hilarious to see. Manny was an absolute prick in the game.
Well, he's a prick in this. He kicks down down uh, Ellie stomach
Yeah,
before.
he gets he gets well I don't well I guess that's gonna be explored in the next episode, right? Because they didn't talk about that just yet. But because he well spoilers I guess Tommy shoots him in the face.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah.
And it was
The thing,
brutal as hell.
Tommy in the game is at the deaths. He sees his brother dying, but he's not in the show, not in this episode. They changed that.
Yeah,
They changed that around because in the episode he had to defend the town from a horde of infected,
right.
right? Um, a lot of people died there too, and some people got infected, and they had to. And the people that got infected, they shot them. They shot the people that were infected. They didn't turn yet, but they don't. But you know what it is? It's a mercy kill, right? Because they don't want them to
Right.
turn into infected, right? Yeah. The thing is with Abby is that the people around her, they're like they don't like this. They don't like to see Abby this way. They just want to. They just want to kill Joel because Abby's father was killed. But I assume people in that were related. They're all Fireflies, but I assume they have family members that Joel also killed too. That's how they went with revenge, too.
Well, yeah, he killed everybody in the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah, they just want to kill Joel and be done with it. They're not there to take down the town, kill everybody in the town. You know what?
Yeah.
They're not vicious. They're not monsters. They just want Joel dead. Abby, same. Abby was said the same thing as that, but she took it to a point where it's more about vengeance towards her, like a deep rooted vengeance, right? Like,
Mm,
like to a level where how can I say this? Punisher level, like I compare it to Punisher, right? Like
mm.
Punisher's right. Punisher wants vengeance, basically, right? But and he's went down to a level where Punisher's going to go point where killing everybody, where he loses his senses. But the thing is, I think I feel more sympathetic towards here than Eddie because Eddie is a prick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Like
did see some people complain about Ellie in the show. I mean, the first episode, it's kind of hard to tell because uh, I mean the one thing it's like I don't mind them keeping the actor, but the game does have like one advantage over the show that the show really couldn't replicate, and that is the fact that it did take so long between the two games.
yeah,
And so when you finally get to the second game, and
seven
obviously it's a
years.
video game, um, yeah, like she feels a little bit more matured visually.
She wasn't
The
mature in
way that
this.
she, the way like she still has her like jokiness to her, but she was still like you could tell she was like a mature version of
Oh
the character you saw in the first game, right? Like it wasn't just, oh, we're just gonna make her identical to how she was when she was 14, right?
she wasn't like not in this show. She was older,
Yeah.
but like it's like shut up, girl. Like
And
she
I
I,
also think they didn't really because I'm also a little bit confused in the first episode was they showed the ending of the game, but it's revealed that they never talked. So I don't know
yeah.
what they're gonna do with that. Is it a dream sequence or something? Because I was telling my friend that too, and I was confused by it. Where I'm like, in the game, was it that she never approached him? I thought they actually made up, right? That's another thing too, is that they never actually made up in the show.
No,
But in the game, they actually made up before he died. But there was still kind of like you didn't really know what was going on with their relationship.
that's a classic movie TV trope, not a game trope. In the
Mm,
movie TV trope, in movie, if you've seen past movies or TV shows, when two people have a strong relationship and they get into a fight and they decide to kill a character off, they always do that before they make up. And then
right.
the other person who he's fighting with feels guilty, make him feel guilty. Always, always. It's a classic TV movie trope. Not always a video game thing, but you see him blinded all the time in movies and TV shows, right? All the time.
Yeah, they never made up. But I
Yeah.
again, I don't know what change they're gonna do with that,
Mhm.
so we'll have to see. And that's not gonna be relevant for quite some time. And that's kind of my like once I saw that first episode, I started to be like, I know the game is long, but I don't know if it's long enough to stretch out 3 seasons worth of show.
I
Like
don't know. I
I
don't.
feel like for some people it might get kind of repetitive because that was the problem with the game. Like one of the biggest criticisms I have with the game is when you get to Abby's section of the game, you feel kind of like, God damn, like I have to redo everything again and I have to see it like from her perspective, even though I know the story. So that part, I'm like, is the show just gonna not switch sides, but instead it's just gonna be like we're just switching back and forth in time?
Hmm.
Because it's like, yeah, all the stuff that Abby does a lot more shit than what Ellie does, right? Like she fights the Seraphites, and she had like this whole encounter in the hospital with the Rat King, and there
Yeah,
was a ton
yeah.
of stuff that happened in Abby's section in those 4 days or whatever it was in Seattle. So I mean, that's another thing too. I don't know. I'm
I
just more skeptical about this them
I would
adapting
think
this game.
zombie protein. Yeah, I would think they'd be like eating more like fruits and vegetables in a zombie wasteland because like
No, again, this is what I mean, right? Every time I'm sorry, I don't mean to get like upset, but like I get frustrated by this because like 5 years ago, everybody kept saying this, and it's like, dude, like if you play the game, it's explained in the game how she has all those stuff. The WLF are like one of the most resource heavy factions in the
yeah,
entire game.
the fireflies. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no, they're way
oh
more resource than the Fireflies was. Like they have a whole facility. They like breed dogs. They have like catering. They have gyms. Like it looks like a functioning community. Like way more than even Jackson was. Like it's like you get to that later in the game, and that's another thing too. I just realized I don't think they're going to be killing any dogs in this show. That's another thing too.
why
Um,
not? You think they get in trouble with a peanut?
Probably would piss off a ton of people because it pissed off a ton of
Ah,
people when I don't blame people for getting mad. I don't like seeing that too. And in fact, when I played the game, I never killed any dogs.
hey,
I just straight
we
up
watched
avoided
Guardians
them.
3. They killed off animals. Come on, guys, come on.
But they stab the dog and stuff in the game. It's
Oh, okay.
like it's not very pleasant like to
What
look
was an
at.
affected dog? Agreed.
It's not a affected dog. Animals, they already established animals don't get affected.
I mean, but
Um, it's a
well, you never
different
know. The
universe,
virus
same
could
story.
evolve.
I don't know. I kind of take issue because it's like all of a sudden now like oh her being muscular was never part of the story, and it's like what the fuck was the last 5 years for fighting with these damn chuds about if it was never about the fucking story. It's like it's clearly part of the story.
No,
It's
they called her
like
trans.
there's a I even
Well,
well no
clearly
that
she's
was the
not.
yeah they were calling her trans. Lev is the one who's trans, not Abby. Um and it's like there's parts of the game where it's like that's an important part. I mean, Neil Druckmann, I found the quote too, because I wasn't losing it, because like some dude on Threads was saying that was never said, and I'm like, that's that. Listen, I like this game enough where I was reading tons of interviews and stuff where I'm like, I know for a fact that they said that her being muscular was part of the story, and I mean, I could read it for you. I have the quote. Just give me a sec. I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard. Actually, wait. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Let me see. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Probably
good.
not.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
okay. 56K. Animals die every day, but Ellie was. Ellie is an
Stabbed
asshole.
and shit. And you have like pet dogs getting stabbed? Nah. All right. So this is what he says. He's
Mm,
Can you hear me?
yeah. No, yeah. You
Okay.
did.
Okay. So this is what it says. And then Abby's journey is one of redemption. She's dedicated the past 5 years to finding and killing Joel. She's made herself into a weapon. She's imagining that he's this larger than life person and he's like the devil in her mind. And you see
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Joel,
so
he
it's
thinks,
like
yeah, clearly. Joel's a bad guy to her.
again, I didn't see the episode, but in the episode they even call that
She's kind
back
of
out
right,
where
too.
it where she says to him because they bring that up in the first episode, right? When they're standing at the graves, he's like, "Oh, Joel is 6 feet and he's supposedly handsome or whatever like that." But like that was their like
It
perception
does.
of him was that he was this big guy who
It,
just ravaged the fucking place, right?
yeah. And
So it's
apparently in the
like,
show,
yeah,
he was 60 years
that's
old.
part of yeah, he's 60, yeah.
He's 60 years. Yeah. Yeah. He
Yeah,
calls him
so it's like
handsome,
that
too. She calls him handsome.
yeah, so that so it's
Right.
like that the fact that he was this myth to them where she had to be like I have to like train and do everything. Like I guess maybe the way they
And,
could like potentially make it not as bad is if we see in the WLF camp she was like training
so,
hardcore and doing all this shit.
uh, Ellie is not
Maybe
a good person, okay?
maybe, but people care more about
Ellie,
dogs than Ellie killing a
I,
pregnant person.
I know. I know Joel is not a good person. You mean you established that? Like Abby has Abby in the Fireflies. They're kind of right about Joel. They're right about Joel. He's not a good person. And he's not a bad person. He's a shades of gray kind of person in the middle. So you can see you see why people hate him when I'm dead. And they're not exactly the Fireflies are not exactly bad people, right? They're not bad people. They're in the gray too. But you can see from both you can see Joel is this it's not like a superhero world where it's good and I mean superhero worlds there's shades of gray, but like there's good and bad. Like Superman's good, Lex Luthor is bad. That kind of point of view. What I'm saying, not in the last of in
Right.
apocalyptic kind of worlds. There's never it's never white and black,
Right.
right? Like even in I mean DC Marvel is like has white and black and shades of gray, but apocalyptic worlds really don't have that. I mean, yeah. Uh, Walking Dead doesn't have that. It's basically the fight to survive. Any means necessary.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
put
Joel's
animals before
selfish.
humans, but I definitely would treat them as equal.
Joel is selfish. I mean, that's clearly in Last of Us, the end.
I don't think Joel is selfish at all. I don't really agree with that at all.
I mean, he could have. I mean, the cure was right there.
I think everybody, if put in his position, would do the same,
Well,
and
because he got
that's
attached.
the huh?
He
Say that
got
again.
attached to Ellie. He got attached. You know.
No,
He
well,
had.
it wasn't even. It's not even about that. It's about the fact that Joel saw his daughter in
Yeah.
Ellie,
That's
and
what I
he
mean. Yeah.
lost his daughter, and so in order to not have that happen again, he did what he did, right? And the thing is, and this is a part that people always say about The Last of Us 2. The moment Joel stopped, he got Mario golfed. Oh man. Well, actually, you notice how in the game too, he was supposed to be more softened up, but in the
Yeah.
show, in the first episode, he was still like pissed off. Actually, he was still like very upset. So I do wonder why they changed that aspect. Like, because it's like he kind of died, I guess, as pretty bitter, but like a bitter dude holding in all the shit. But I don't know.
Excuse me.
They could have tried other treatments before going to kill right to well.
I mean, did they have to
No,
kill him then?
the cure was like this is another misconception too. There was no talk about the cure being what it wasn't guaranteed. There was no discussion about that. It was more so they didn't really want to kill Ellie because she's a 14-year-old, right? There
Yeah.
was no like I remember again, I've played this game long enough and know the community where I remember people used to say that there was like notes in the game saying the cure wasn't guaranteed. That was never true. There's no notes that say that. And if that is the case, then the whole sacrifice for Joel makes no sense. Because if he picks up a note and reads that, why would why would he not bring that up to them? You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like you're gonna kill this girl and it's not guaranteed.
Joel had to die sideways. Joel had to die.
Yeah, he had
I
to
mean,
die. It's part of the
I
story.
mean, I mean, they didn't deserve to die. I mean, you can see from Abby's point of view, he, he maybe could, should have. I mean, like, he's not. I mean, he's not exactly from Abby's point of view. If you see from I honestly, I feel more sympathetic towards Abby here. I mean, his father, Joe killed her father in blood, in cold blood, just by shooting him in the head. Working and trying to save the world, you know, with a potential cure. I mean, Joe potentially could cause this apocalypse to go on longer. Okay, like
Well,
Joe.
actually, you know what? I was reading someone say talking about. I mean, in the show, it's like the zombies are not as, or the infected are not as like pronounced as the game. You
Mm-mm.
know what I mean? Like in the game, it was way more dire. I think they said 90% of Earth's population was killed off by the infection, but in the show, it's like that's not really the case at all. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god!
Get me fit.
Now they're fighting about who's better shape, Brandon or just a kid. Well, Last of Us is
The
not like
fuck?
Last of Us is not. I mean, we really see that Last of Us is really about Joel and actually more about Ellie. It's really more about Ellie.
Well,
Like,
I think it's about both of them. They're both
yeah,
of their relationship. Because I don't think we're getting a third game. I really, it's starting to add up that it doesn't seem like there's gonna be a third game,
no.
which I think is fine. I mean, the story's been told,
What's
it's
HBO
done.
gonna do? What's HBO gonna do? They're gonna end of season 3, and then when the third game comes out, there'll be like a 10 years. Yeah, we're doing season 4 with the
They could
60
do
to
that.
70 up. Yeah, the
That's not
60 to
that's not
70
a
up Pedro Pascal.
well, I mean, I don't think Pedro Pascal would
Oh,
be in
that's
it,
true. But
but
Ellie,
I
but
mean, I
Bella
don't think
Ramsey.
that's that crazy of an idea. I mean, they've
I
done this
mean,
with other shows.
shows have done that before, right?
Yeah.
And like, there's always
I mean, and the
revival.
show is popular too, so I mean, that would probably get them a lot of attention like 20 years from now or 10 years from now.
But it feels like yeah. It, I think the grassy said the switches in the episodes, like the Joel's death, how they changed the scenery
Hmm.
around. Like Tommy is supposed to be there instead, right? I don't think it really deviate towards story. Yes, there's some people in the
No,
chat said,
who's complaining about that aspect though?
well, because
That
some
that that aspect I don't know if you caught what I said in the beginning. I said that aspect actually makes sense to change because that was a big criticism in the game.
mhm.
Tommy just revealing that he's Joel makes no fucking sense because given their history, they were supposed to be smugglers. They would never reveal their identities. So they just meet these strangers and say, I'm Tommy and Joel. Like
With both of them.
what? It's like and they know that Joel is a marked dude that anybody could go after.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he
Yeah,
has a
no,
target
that
on his
makes no
back
sense.
to a 50-year-old Ellie.
Didn't know
Yeah,
what to
but
do about it and learn firsthand.
look, because somebody put it in the chat, that's all the way at the top. I don't want to scroll all the way to the top. But like, how would Tommy know who to go after with the Fireflies? Like the people with Abby's friends. Oh, don't worry. The episode they'll figure it out.
Oh, that's
Figure.
another problem. No, who said that? That's another problem too. I'm sure
It's
that
always
we'll get a new answer. But in the game, they had a description of Abby because she stood out. So it's like now she
yeah.
doesn't stand out.
She does exactly stand out here because she doesn't
I
have
mean,
like
yeah, I'm
muscles.
sure they'll find a way. Like that's not
I'm
that big of a deal, but
no,
like
no.
they'll
I mean,
probably it's like oh they left over something or whatever. Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not that big of a
They'll
deal.
leave some
But
evidence. Dumbass shoulders. So you can leave some evidence. You know.
But yeah, in the game it was that. But like I said, I don't
She's
mind them changing things because it wasn't like some things were all
what?
perfect. But
Let me tell you, Out One is so stupid. Why did they make a game about fucking Out One? Fucking stupid.
about what?
Cities. This game, the Out One video game. They're making a
Oh,
game called Out One.
Outrun.
Fucking
Oh,
stupid. Not every
well they're
video game needs
making
to be a
well
movie.
they're making a Toys R Us movie.
Yeah, I know that's true. They are making a Toys R Us movie. But like Out One, like, come on, not every video game needs a movie. And pick some real video games that like some logical video games that are movies.
I feel like they're gonna run out of video games real
Sub
soon.
Sub She-Hulk looking dude. Who said this?
I don't
Oh,
know what.
some random say that. Like who? Like we like the crew, like Abby's friends. They're like Abby, just finish them off because they see her falling down a dark path. They just there's a
They
shock what they
said that
see.
in the show.
No, you see through their emotion in their eyes. They just say like
Oh.
it's just like
Because they wanted to torture him.
um
They all were like, "We're gonna torture him and draw it out as fast as we as long as
not
we
in the
can."
show, not in the oh, and it got not really in the show. As they let her have a little bit, and then got too far, and they like and who's the was Abby's not the leader though of the it was who was the guy who was the leader because she wasn't um
Abby's not the leader of the
no it wasn't
group.
Abby right guys in the show it
So
wasn't Abby.
you're talking about Owen.
I
Owen
think it
was
was
the
Owen,
leader.
yeah Owen's like Obi-Wan Owen said we need a plan because they did not expect that Joel would be staying in a town and he didn't really have a plan, but he didn't really have a plan, but he had an idea like we gotta get Abby out of here. We can't have Abby around because he's the one who first sees Abby like going down this dark path. They just want Joel dead, but they didn't want to go, and be done with it. Her, on the other hand, is a different story, right?
Right.
And yeah, like and that's obviously that kind of plays into the game. I mean, Ellie, Tommy, they do kill some of Abby's friends, right? Eventually down the
Yeah.
road, right? But I think,
Yeah, they cut. Didn't they cut Jordan and his girlfriend from the show? I don't think they're there.
um,
I think it's
no,
just I think it's just
um,
Nora, Manny, and then Mel and Owen, and that's it.
I think it's four. There's let's see who it is. No, Owen, yes, Owen,
Yeah.
Mel, Manny,
Hmm.
who
Nora.
else? And Nora. Yeah, four. And Abby was the fifth. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And they were disturbed because they were disturbed by her what path she's going. I mean, that's what's going to happen with Ellie. Like Ellie's going to eventually, right? That's the happens is she's in vengeful mode
Hmm.
eventually, right? Like what happened? Like look, eye for an eye, and now this time an eye, right? Joel kills Abby's father. Abby kills Joel. Now Ellie wants to kill Abby. So eye for an eye for an eye, right? Basically, right? But actually,
Right.
just
Well, I mean, and then eventually, I mean, when she meets Lev, she kind of changes her mind, red acting like two pyro guys. What the hell?
and it and they do eventually they do. I mean, Ellie does spare. She does spare Abby at the end of Last of Us 2, but then they go
Hmm.
down there. They're down
Yeah,
the
I'm
road.
curious to see how if I have a feeling that's going to get changed because people always
Yeah,
complained about
people
that. Even
people
though
will not
even
like
though
that
it's like the
ending.
yeah, I mean actually honestly, I think people might hate that ending
Yeah,
more if they do 3 seasons. Like I mean like it makes sense. Obviously, I like the ending, but I don't think I think it could be improved upon. It's like you could find a way to make this a little bit more what's the word? Like a little bit more like showcase what they're trying to say, right? Where it's like she really wasn't trying to go after Abby. She was just trying to like reclaim that she just wanted Joel back again, and that was her way of going out and trying to kill Abby was her way of trying to like redeem him or
let
whatever.
Abby go. Let Abby go. Also, I
Yeah,
wish
let
they do
Abby
some
go.
play. They just explore more of Tina and Jesse's relationship because in the game they do have a relationship. I know, like people are, if you don't watch, if you didn't watch play the games, and you saw the first episode of season two, uh,
They kind of
Tina,
hinted at it.
yeah, um,
I mean, they're supposed to be not talking, right?
yeah,
Also, yeah, I do wonder are they still are they going to keep that Dana's pregnant? Are they going to keep that?
I think that's important. If Jesse does die in this season, I think that's important, don't you think? Like that because it does affect in the game.
Yeah.
It does affect the relationship between Ellie and Dina, right? Like
Yeah, but is Mel pregnant in
oh
this?
yeah, they never said anything in the first two episodes. She's pregnant or not?
Unless they do a time skip, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just I don't know. Maybe they'll just cut that all out. I don't know. Let me see if I could get.
yeah.
Ah, shit! Did I miss the Punisher here? Fuck.
Oh,
Ah, it killed me.
are you playing
Yeah, I've
with
been
the
playing.
new? Are you hyped for the new
What?
Marvel's trailer
Oh,
just dropped?
they drop a trailer every freaking week. Yeah, they have like a
That's
new event.
true.
Yeah, I started playing as Wolverine now, so I'm trying to like get better at him. Oh shit.
Abby's
Oh
yes, you
shit.
literally couldn't have a big. Yes, you can. You could get jacked in 5 or 6 years naturally. Yes, you can. People have.
Yeah, you could.
You put it's.
DEI, she literally couldn't have gotten that big only in five,
I don't
six
know how
years
she's the yeah.
naturally.
She's white. She's very white. Like
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I mean, the thing is, like, I really think the reason why she isn't jacked is because it just wouldn't like a woman trying to get jacked in 6 months, they're not gonna
Yeah,
take steroids. They're not gonna take steroids.
maybe you should.
Um, so that's probably the reason
Oh my
why
god. Oh my god.
I'm
You
doing so
guys,
bad.
Feminine Male like 36K. No, man. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Also, Jesse Jr. Get with the actress Tina's in everything. She's in everything. Oh my god. So is Jeffrey Wright. Like, what the heck? He's in everything too. Everything. And what else? What else? Well, I know people are excited for the third episode because
Mm,
it's going to be the fall. I mean, you haven't seen it. It's going to be the fallout of the second episode. It's going to be like a somber kind of episode, obviously.
mm.
Red. I
Oh, frick! I missed. Oh man.
Red just made you look like Ellie. I gotta watch Endor after this. I don't know if I'm gonna watch all 3 episodes. In COVID, I couldn't go to the gym. Oh yeah.
The first couple of minutes was pretty good.
The thing is, I know Endor's good. It's just that we know the end result of Endor. Like, I think that's one of the reasons the season one didn't do well, despite good critically acclaimed. Like,
I don't even really think the show's about like it is about Rogue One, right? Obviously because it's dealing with the Empire, but it's more about how freaking messed up the Empire really is. I mean, like
I know.
that first season was insanely good.
I dropped Daredevil. Why did he
Who
drop
said that?
Daredevil?
Oh,
How
50
dare you?
50 Diddy 6K, huh? Said that, huh?
You fuck the shit out, Abby. If you the
Diddy
video game
6K.
version of Abby will probably break your
Ah,
dick. You should probably break your dick. The video game version. She'll break your
why
dick.
can't I, bruh?
I would. Daredevil was
Damn.
a good Punisher was back at the end. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not made like Elliot at all. I'll just see what. Oh, the act. Oh my god. Red, come on. You know the actress actually is autistic,
Yeah, she is.
and she didn't know until she got diagnosed with set by someone by a crew member who were. Oh, you know how bad that is. Oh my god. You know what's funny? She does. Ellie, the character. I'm not saying the actor, but the actress is. Ellie does have some autistic qualities, though. Like not qualities, autistic
Mm,
kind of. If you really look at it, think about it. Like,
frick.
but yeah, the actress really is autistic, and she wasn't diagnosed. Yeah, she was on season one. That's when she was diagnosed. Or maybe it's season two when they're filming. But someone in the film crew, I don't know, like a woman who was a mother, child is autistic, and she was able to discover that Bella Ramsey forehead is autistic. I mean that's bad. How does discover an 18-year-old night? Oh well, yeah, she's 23, right? She's 23 now.
22,
She's
I
older
think.
than 20, 22.
Yeah.
Man, this is Tony. Tony thinks he's autistic. The guy is 4 years old. Why should he get diagnosed to see if he's autistic? Like, come on,
Uh,
Tony. Before he reminds me of Mobile Cop. Oh my god, 56K. But she is. She is. Yeah, the actress really is autistic. It's It's whole time. It's whole time.
ah, man. Ah,
Her
frick.
forehead. Hey, 56K. Not
Ah,
bad, man.
stupid, 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 stupid.
What else is there talking about before? It's like half an hour to midnight. I don't want to end now. Let's talk about no, Toys R Us.
Toys R Us. Wasn't there something else? Oh, Jarbo had
Toys.
never responded to my tweet, by the way.
I know. I think he's too embarrassed. He's probably like shredding. Yeah, you gotta check out Jarbo's tweet, guys. If you have X, not Jarbo's tweet, Blinded tweet. uh, I know what she did last summer. I know what she did this last summer. That trailer looks basically a rehash of the original movie. I'm sorry. Look. This looks like a
I didn't even
rehash of
see
the.
it.
It looks like a rehash of the original movie.
Hmm.
Thunderbolts looks good. Good. I wonder why Sebastian Stan was in a Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I heard
Premiere.
Thunderbolts. Oh, you should pull up the.
Oh, and the reviews are good. Good.
Yeah. Well, I
I'm
mean
just.
they're early embargo, so I mean they tend to
It's not
always
the.
be
It's
good,
not the.
but
So. It's not the. It's a social embargo. It's not the like the full review stuff, right? It's not like
right.
yeah. Um. Yeah, but this is Marvel. We gotta take reviews with a grain of salt with Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure it's good. I mean, I don't know why Sebastian Stan wasn't at the premiere. Is he doing something else? I mean,
Yeah,
he's in.
he's both him and the actress who plays Taskmaster weren't at the premiere
Yeah,
because
but
they're
he's.
filming in a movie. They're in the same movie actually.
They're not Avengers Doomsday. Oh man, no, the cast of Avengers Doomsday was at the
No.
premiere. Some of them. Oh, okay, okay. You
No,
know
yeah,
that
because
concept
Pedro was
art.
at the premiere.
You know that concept art where you see somebody chained, and we think it's Bucky Barnes or somebody else. I for a
Hmm.
second, for a week ago, I forgot to mention this. I think it might be Sentry.
It could be Century.
Uh, yeah, well, true, true.
I don't think I think if the movie's
It'll
good,
do
it's
fine.
not gonna flop. Flop, please flap. Yeah,
Flap.
it's not gonna. Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
What? How would
I
define
don't
like?
think it would flop, but
How do you define? I think if it's like between 400 or 600 million, I think that's good.
yeah,
I know some people are gonna say that's bad for a Marvel movie. Yeah, but these look, the
the
Thunderbolts are not.
Thunderbolts are not. Yeah,
Yeah, but I heard the movie is great.
I just hope. Can we get a Marvel Rival skin for Bucky? Or sorry,
Yeah,
Thunderbolt skin and Marvel Rivals for Bucky. It's like we haven't had an MCU skin for him yet. It's annoying.
did you see the Supergirl logo? Oh, I don't know. You saw the video?
Yeah, yeah, I did. No, I didn't see the video, but I did see the
It's.
logo.
I know the movie's based on Superwoman tomorrow, but the logo is different from the graphic novel.
Yeah, well, I mean, the logo is gonna be they changed the Superman logo, so
Yeah,
it's not gonna be the classic Superman logo, right? I mean, it looks pretty cool. It looks like kind of like futuristic kind of
I
vibe or spacey kind of vibe.
I get it by the liked it enough not to hate.
But
See, this doesn't make me confident on something. When you say you liked it
mm,
enough not to hate something, uh, okay, I think I'm gonna like it, but I just to me it doesn't feel right. This good. I think it's gonna be good. I think Marvel's back on the right track again. I do think so. Is on the right track again, Marvel. But Ironheart. I'm not sure about Ironheart. That's the only thing. I mean, I'm.
yeah, I don't
That's
know about that show. Oh
yeah.
shit.
The thing is, I like Venom 3. It's not a good movie. I liked it enough not to hate that movie. Like that's what I'm saying about Venom 3. And that's how I feel about Minecraft. I liked it enough not to hate it. You know? That's what I say
I
about
know people were hating on Minecraft, but it's like the movie. It's like the
it's,
director's movies were all kind of cringe.
yeah.
So it's like
On
I didn't think it
purpose.
was. Yeah, I didn't. Oh shit!
Oh
I
my
don't know what I
god.
was doing there.
Go ahead.
I didn't
What were
think
you
it
say
was all
about
that bad.
Minecraft? It's gonna cross a billion. Minecraft's gonna make a billion.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna make a billion.
That's just a production logo? Oh. What were you gonna say
Oh,
about
it's like
Minecraft?
just oh, okay. No, like it's kind of supposed to be cringe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I didn't take it
It's
like I don't know what people expected from a Minecraft movie, but
I expected it to be a kids movie, and that's what we got.
yeah,
I don't think this is happening, man. I don't think so.
what?
I disagree with you on Wonder Bridge. I don't think it's gonna be like Harrison Wells from The Flash. It can be take his face.
What- I don't know about that, but I guess we'll see. I mean, we have no clue what they're gonna do.
Well, I heard
We're getting
one of the
stomped
credit
right
scenes
now.
might be tied to Doomsday. I heard it's
Apparently, it's
two.
already floating out there.
I know. Well, they did that with Captain America too, man. Yeah, it's totally out there. That's what happens when you have a fucking premiere. Oh, and screenings. You know, maybe here's an idea. Maybe Marvel should not have screenings. Public screenings. An
Maybe they
idea,
want people to talk about it though. There's
but
that too.
well, how are they gonna police? I mean, technically, it's not really up. It's really up to the theater to do something about that. But how are they gonna police that? How are they gonna say? There has to be. They have. What are they gonna do? They have to do something.
Because I think they want people to talk about the movie. I don't think they
Mm,
care. That's why they're doing. I think they're doing early screenings for
yeah.
to get people into the theater. That's why I think it's not gonna bomb because at least they're a little bit more positive
I
on
mean,
this
what's it?
movie.
Is there a off? Is there a track record update on it?
No, I
Well,
thought it was supposed to open at like what 70 so far.
there's no update on it because that was like a week ago, right? And and if it's still that, like that's a soft opening at the box office. It's a day ago. A day ago, opening. This is a day. It's a day. Nothing today, but a day ago. I'm gonna read this article. I don't know if it's legit, but industry box office projections are on the soft side for the upcoming anti-hero adventure Thunderbolts, releasing comparison to other MCU movies. Okay, kicks off. It kicks off. So the Fall Guy last year open same weekend as last year, May 3rd to 5, made 27 million. The Thunderbolts. Box office pros tracking cast a wider net and a lot more optimistic, projecting an opening weekend between 65 and 85 million. Um, we'll see. Like we'll see. Oh yeah, you definitely will. You definitely will, Red. And I'm
Damn.
sure. I'm sure a fucking
Holy.
premiere. I'm sure a freaking premiere. So you have to put away your phones or whatever. The part of me who has many faces, many masks. Even when he's not wearing a mask, he's wearing a mask.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, don't expect any movies to be announced at Comic Con besides maybe Black Panther
Hmm.
3, because oh okay Bec- because Warner Brothers, I think Michael Lucas said he's free to Ryan Coogler is free to come back after he does Black Panther 3. So Warner Brothers just
Hmm.
confirmed Black Panther 3 is happening. Ah!
Bruh.
What's next? What's next? Marvel Studios is gonna confirm that somebody from that's gonna directed a Marvel movie is gonna direct a DC movie and come back to Marvel.
Mm,
This is happening, guys. Warner Brothers confirmed. Warner Brothers confirmed what Black Panther 3, not Marvel Studios. Maybe they're trying to sabotage like, Marvel. Actually, this is from Michael DeLuca, guys. Michael DeLuca said this. And now, Michael DeLuca is gonna keep his job probably because of Sinners. Just saying.
Man, Minecraft.
And Minecraft, yeah. And Minecraft. Oh, I don't know if that's considered a trailer or just some footage. But mhm. All right. Yeah, short. No, it's actually an hour and a half stream. That's good. All right, Blinded. Thank you for coming on. I got to talk about
No
something tomorrow.
problem.
I don't know what.
Andor.
Maybe I just don't get a lot of people on Star Wars in this. They don't really come for Star Wars. Well, some days they do.
Mm,
Red. That's all I think about is pumping.
Pumpin' Diddy.
Yeah, pumping Diddy. Yeah. All right. All right. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, join membership.